entrepreneur, as well as Jose Antonio Carrillo, who is a FIDE Continental President for Americas, making the first move in the women's candidates. So we see the players, they are ready. We see moves have been made. So we are off. It is the second half of the candidates officially underway, and I guess we'll see what openings are trotted out by these 8 contestants. And Anish, again, you've been there before. You know what it's like to sit in this exact playing hall. Of course, your candidates event didn't go the way you wanted. You didn't end up in first. But for the players who are not in first place right now, what kind of pressure do they put on themselves?
It looks like Fabiano Caruana walked into something, and that Hikaru is happy here. Somehow, it feels very uncomfortable, Anand says after a look at the game between the 2 American GMs. Anand later adds, Fabi always seems to get into slightly uncomfortable positions against Hikaru. This is the 3rd time after Norway chess. At Norway, he misremembered his opening.
I don't recollect this particular position. It's really rare what we see here. Judging by the time spent, I think Fabi mixed something up a little bit. I mean, if he played this all instantly, I would have said it's some sort of prep, yeah, obviously. But I think that if you go really early into the game, like as early as, I don't know, like move 6, 7, I think there something interesting happened. So I suspect Fabi just mixed up the moves early on.
Okay, Danya, why don't you start us from the beginning, take us through the opening, and then maybe Anish, you can let us know where you feel was the mistaken moment.
So not a mistake as such, of course, yeah. But maybe just something that took him out of his own prep. Like when Hikaru played so d3, of course, bishop came out of c5. So now, basically what's going on here, the whole position, there are many things, but one important idea is that if you go b5 with black, at some point, the bishop will retreat to b3. So if you go b5 here, which is a big move, like the Jan move is b5, bishop goes back to b3, you play bishop c5. White has an extra option of going, let's say, a4, that's for sure one. And also the positions after bishop g5 are very different, with b5 inclusion, for some sophisticated reasons. So there is point in starting bishop c5 first. However, when you do bishop c5 first, now obviously bishop c6 is an idea you have now, which you didn't have before, because of, the b5 was already prevented. But the other thing, and that is a big one, the other downside of bishop c5 is that now or somewhere white can play c3, and then after b5, which you often do anyway, the bishop goes to c2, which could be a better square because it protects the e4 pawn, so when you push d4 it's better positioned for that push. So that is the thing. However, if you play c3 now, I could castle, and then after castle I can go d5. Which is a thing too, which is just again unusual, but the computer is kind of happy with it, and it's sort of okay. Like e5, I think queen d5. But Hikaru didn't play c3, he played castle.
They'll have queen g3 and knight h7. This is not, blind stubbornness, unwillingness to accept the result. It's a classy move. Just letting Gukesh demonstrate it for the fans. Knight h7 on the board. Yes, he has. There's a resignation here too. So Hikaru Nakamura joins Gukesh in the winner's circle for this round. Fabiano, he just let his clock tick too low. But credit to Hikaru. The 4th time in a row when he's at the white piece against Fabiano, he's taken the world number 2 down. And Hikaru, he leapfrogs Fabi in the tournament standings. Hikaru after that 2nd round defeat with the white pieces. This is just a heartbreaker, a backbreaking loss. This is the final position. Robert, Fabi did panic with b5. The last chance to keep some chances alive, bishop to d7, defending the knight, but it was virtually hopeless after queen takes pawn. Instead, bang, bang, and you cannot defend the queen and checkmate at the same time. What a statement by Hikaru Nakamura, who's now on +1. What a way to outplay Fabiano, who has been unbelievable. And you say, whoa, we got a draw.
Results.
Yeah, this round is getting done pretty early, but
Gukesh defeats FIDE. Hikaru Nakamura defeats compatriot Caruana. Prague holds Alireza Firouzja to a draw. All results happening within a few minutes of each other. Only the game between points leader Nepo and bottom of the pile Avasov is still playing on.